Hey everyone, welcome back to Dead Rising 3. Today we have a little bit of a bonus video. We're getting close to the end of the game and we're only level 45, so I think it's a good time to cover the leveling system and get up there to maximum level. The older Dead Rising games have very similar attributes to Dead Rising 3. Attack damage, speed, health blocks, inventory, and also had skills. And these are mostly different unarmed attacks that the main character could do. These games unlocked upgrades in a linear fashion, where each level you gained you would get an attribute point or a new skill. And these were determined by the game randomly. No two games would be the same, and you get no choice as to how you level up. Dead Rising 3 does this quite a bit differently. It's a lot like a standard RPG skill tree. Every level you gain, you get attribute points, which you can then put into any of the skill branches. The earlier upgrades cost significantly less than the later ones. You'll also notice that each skill branch has a level 50 upgrade that is locked, which means you can't actually max any of them out until you hit max level. The nice thing compared to other Dead Rising games is that you have choice. If you're worried about taking damage, you can focus on your life bar. If you're worried about what you can carry, you can max out inventory. If you really like guns, you can upgrade your ranged skill. You may have noticed that I tend to take a more balanced approach, but really it lets you do things however you'd like to. Now, we are only level 45, we need to gain 5 more levels, and there's a couple ways we can do this, or we can help ourselves do this. And the first is to make sure we have skills that give us maximum experience, and that's in the Smarts branch. The other thing we can do is select the book that increases the amount of experience we get. And at that point, really, we just have to go kill things. Now, there are ways we can sort of maximize the experience we're getting for the amount of effort we need to put in. I'm going to show off one way you can do this, and the easiest thing to do really is combo weapons and, well, combos. First thing you need to do really is, well, get a good start, and that involves not being crowded by zombies. Once I get this going, you're going to notice my combo meter on the left side, or counter, whatever you want to call it. As it increases, we actually get experience multipliers. And with combo weapons, like the Grizzly Bear for example, this means that after a pretty short period of time, we're getting hundreds of experience for each kill. And these can rack up quite quickly. Just check out the experience bar in the top left as I do this. You may notice that killing things like the convict zombies, military zombies, and king zombies provide a pretty serious boost. That experience multiplier is really no joke. Now, I probably could have actually maxed out to level 50 with about another, I don't know, minute and a half of doing this, but that'd be kind of boring. You can see right there's another pretty good way to gain experience, and those are these challenges. So they're actually called PP Trials, and there's a tab for them here in the start menu. And these are pretty much just random challenges for killing zombies, creating combo weapons, using melee attacks, all sorts of stuff really. Some of them are really painful to get and I don't really recommend trying to, but some of them aren't too bad at all. For example, I already have most of them for driving combo vehicles. This one for the Party Slapper we actually got in the last video maybe, but I had to backtrack for story reasons. The other really valuable ones are the collectibles, and I said it wasn't going to be that kind of LP, but I may have to do that just for the experience. This is pretty much just me not being able to resist the huge crowd of zombies in the vacuum. It really is quite a street sweeper. One of the other really good ways of gaining experience are these challenges. I actually forget what the real name of them is. What is it? Survival training. I did show one of these off earlier in the LP, but I wasn't really talking about the amount of experience you get. So for example, killing a bunch of enemies with combo vehicles. With the Roller Hog especially, this is completely trivial. We're actually going to complete the challenge in about half the time, more than that, or less than that I suppose I should say. So for 30 seconds to a minute of work, I guess you could say, we're going to gain a huge amount of experience. The challenges actually stack, so you get the reward for bronze, silver, and gold at the same time. That 1 minute of driving around the vehicle we were driving around anyways gave us 60,000 experience. So the Super Massager is kind of an interesting one. For some reason, it has a much lower kill count required for the challenge. You only need 100 kills, but the reward it gives you is actually double that of most of the other combo weapon challenges. We're gonna get 20,000 experience just for getting 100 kills with this thing. The vehicle challenges are probably the easiest in the game. 1,000 kills with each vehicle, or at least the ones there's challenges for. Pretty much just pick them and drive around as usual and you'll eventually get the kills. We don't actually complete a challenge in this clip, but I thought it was interesting to include. I mentioned in a couple videos ago that you can actually jump in the turrets for some of these guns, and the Fork Works is pretty awesome. There's also some kind of random challenges, and this is one of the ones I always forget about. You actually get a reward for visiting all 4 gas stations. There's one in each quadrant of the city. And they're not bad place to pick up health items, but often there's one that I just somehow never visit. Alright, we're getting pretty close now, level 49. So the clip with the fork work earlier on may have tipped my hand a little bit, but I am actually going to get all the ZDC speakers. We're going to complete that one collectible for the big bonus. The last speaker, unfortunately, happens to be right by the military blockade, and that's going to make this a little bit tough. I told you could push your way through that barricade. Alright, so once I clear out some zombies, we're going to get the very last ZDC speaker. Take a look in the top left corner for just how much that 80,000 experience is actually worth. Yeah, that's probably about a third of the experience bar, and this is the last level. So it really is a serious amount. There's also this. I mentioned this way back when we fought the Gluttony boss. But puking 21 times gets us a reward. Actually managed to choke that one back. That one doesn't really give us a very big reward, but it's easy to do. Now, I was kind of running out of interesting things to do to gain experience, so we're just going to grab another one of these. Firearms. You think we can kill 100 zombies with guns? Yeah, I don't think this is going to be hard at all. Just again here, take a look at how much of a bonus you get for killing the special zombie types. We're getting about 100 experience for a normal zombie and 2,700 for one of these convicts. The king zombies give even more of a bonus, so it's substantial. And there we go, that pushes us over the edge. We are now level 50, maximum level. Let's see what kind of things this unlocks for us. A lot of the level 50 upgrades are actually kind of broken. What's that? Full life regeneration? That's pretty cool. We get extra damage and durability and ammo for our weapons. Indestructible vehicles, unlimited sprint, and equip all books. That one's awesome. The books are pretty great, and being able to have all of them at once is just insane. Now, we don't have enough attribute points to unlock everything. You do gain some for completing missions and completing the game, I believe. So eventually we could get everything, but it's not going to be in time for the last couple levels of the game. But even still, we're pretty well souped up at this point. I think we're ready to take on whatever the game has to throw at us at the end. So I'll see you guys next time where we finish this thing off. See you then.